Hey everybody, welcome back to the Thinking Crypto channel, your home for cryptocurrency news and interviews. Big news today, Samsung is working with a foundation that is planting trees around the planet. Which blockchain will be used to track this? Cardano. So I want to break that down for you. It's very bullish news if you're an ADA holder. And we also have bullish Vechain news. They have launched a stablecoin on the VThor blockchain. So big update there. And the founder of Vechain, Sunny Liu, weighs in on this and the goal of moving towards and building the Web3 ecosystem. We also have a Kevin O'Leary-backed DeFi company that is acquiring a cryptocurrency exchange. It's a pretty big acquisition. I'm going to break down the details there for you. And then we have CoinDesk, which is owned by the Digital Currency Group. They're getting involved in the Tether lawsuit with the New York Attorney General. So this is an interesting move. I want to kind of go through it and all my thoughts and things that are happening here. And there's some big news coming out of India with regards to a crypto index. I'm seeing capitulation happening with many countries like Turkey and India and so forth. And this is a sign of what's to come, guys. And we have some big news around the XRP, or I should say the SEC Ripple lawsuit with regards to XRP. So we'll break it all down. Before we get to it, please go ahead and hit the thumbs up button, leave a comment below, and hit the subscribe button. If you're new here, it helps support the channel and it doesn't cost you anything. Guys, this video is brought to you by Algorand, which is building the future of finance. It is one of the leading blockchain projects in the crypto market. They're getting adoption across the board. NFTs, CBDCs are being built on Algorand, and major investments. For example, Borderless Capital launched a $500 million fund, and as well as Anthony Scaramucci and Michael Arrington have put hundreds of millions of dollars to build out the Algorand ecosystem. So a lot of big players are taking some big bets on Algorand. And an example of real world adoption is Miami. The city of Miami is using Algorand to help track the air quality in the city. So I'm very bullish on Algorand. I hold the Algo token. And if you would like to learn more about Algorand, please visit algorand.com. Friendly reminder, I have the free giveaway of crypto that I'm doing, showing my appreciation to all of you who have supported me. Tomorrow's the last day that you can complete the qualifications, which is sign up for the newsletter, follow me on Twitter, and be subscribed to the YouTube channel. So be sure to complete all three to participate. Winners will be selected and announced on Friday, January 7th. Now, not much happening with the Bitcoin price, some pullbacks today, but not worth taking time to go through. We just have to be patient and let the pullback and the sideways movements play out until we're ready to move upwards. And like keyword here is patience. Now, from a macro perspective, I believe we're still on track. We are headed to a blow-off top in 2022 for Bitcoin. Some say this could go into 2023. I just don't know. We'll just have to wait and see, but we are seeing the cycles extend. I think many folks are coming to that conclusion and that consensus. And here, Tech Dev, who does some really great analysis, he said the following: the log 1.272 to 1.618 has historically been a consolidation zone for Bitcoin. And that's where we're at. And historically, that's where it has been in that consolidation zone. He said the following: key zone properties on the weekly. Price makes higher lows. RSI, the relative strength index, makes lower highs. Support found near 1.472 before exiting. RSI at 1.472 above RSI at 1.272. Exited after 1.618 crosses 50% log band. So, you know, is this an exact science, and is this exactly how it's going to play out? No, because no one can predict the future, but we can look at what took place in previous cycles and make a educated guess, right? That's what this is. And we at least want to go with the math and the trends and the data versus our emotions and our feelings. So the math and the data here and what has happened historically shows that the phase that we're in right now is a consolidation zone before Bitcoin, I think, heads to that blow-off top. But that is not guaranteed. Do I think it has a high probability of playing out? I do. And remember, I'm here to make money. So I want Bitcoin to go to six figures and go as high as possible. And then altcoins to follow that, because the capital, the fund, the money has flowed from Bitcoin down to altcoins in these bull markets. That's how it's been. That's not how I want it. That's just how it has played out historically. So I think there is another upward movement here, but let's be cautiously optimistic, if I could put it that way. All right, let's move ahead. Here's the big news. So Samsung will use Cardano blockchain to manage the tree planting via Veritree that Cardano Foundation recently partnered with. So this is interesting news, guys, and there's a lot of verification of this. So Samsung to plant 2 million trees with blockchain technology, and obviously Cardano being leveraged. So here's some quick takeaways. The blockchain-driven plan is to combat CO2 emissions. Blockchain technology will enable tracking the trees planted. So this is a big brand, big company, global company by the name of Samsung, well known. I'm sure you have a device in your house that is built or manufactured by Samsung. I certainly do, and they're looking to do kind of maybe giving back of sustainability and all these movements, which is good, right? We want to make sure that we're not cutting all the trees down and we're planting them. So nevertheless, they're doing this, and Veritree is who they're partnering to do this with, and Veritree uses Cardano. So Samsung officially announced in the CES conference in Las Vegas on January 3rd, 2022, that it will be planting about 2 million mangrove trees. In addition, Samsung reveals that they will complete this climate change project within April 2022. In spite of this, Samsung states that it has partnered with Veritree. Veritree is a global blockchain solutions provider focused towards nature-based environmental protection projects. Also, the blockchain solution provided by the Veritree will enable Samsung to monitor the complete planting of these 2 million mangrove trees and track if each of them are being planted. Besides, the Veritree actually comes under Tentree and uses the Cardano blockchain as the network's base. Now, here you can see the official announcement from the Cardano Foundation. This was in September of last year, where they said, partnership announcement, thrilled to announce that we partnered with Veritree to register all of its global land restoration efforts on the Cardano blockchain. That is real world adoption, my friends. And whether you are excited about tree planting or not, doesn't matter. The fact is, a massive brand of Samsung is looking to fund this initiative and give back and do their part, right? And Veritree uses Cardano. So if you're an ADA holder, this is bullish. Now you may say, well, there's no mention of ADA being used. Remember, as I've stated many times, network adoption makes the network stronger and more valuable. Example, look at Ethereum. NFTs being built on Ethereum and many other things like ICOs back in the day gave value to Ethereum. And that's why it's at the price it's at right now. So likewise, Cardano is going to get that adoption, even if ADA is not used specifically for certain aspects of what they're trying to do. But strong Metcalfe's law, more stronger the network becomes, more valuable, more adoption, so on and so forth. So these are things that will lead to higher valuations of the native token. Not many people understand that concept, and it's right before their eyes with Ethereum and some other cryptos in the market. So more building, more adoption, more valuation. So very bullish. If you're an ADA holder, you guys know I hold Cardano in my portfolio along with Vechain. And here we have some big Vechain news from the foundation today. They said, happy to announce VUSD, Vechain Thor's first native stablecoin, will soon go live. Users and enterprises will be able to easily create / burn fully backed USD-based stablecoins, opening Vechain up to DeFi, Web3, and novel real-world use cases. Very bullish, guys. I believe Vechain could certainly hit $1 at the peak of this respective bull run, which is not over yet. You know, I'm hoping it does, because I will be very happy. I've said before, I'm here to make money, guys. So I have a nice bag of VeChain that I will be looking to take profits at. So Sunny Liu, who I've interviewed on the channel, if you haven't seen that interview, I'll put a link in the description. I am trying to get a follow-up interview with him to talk about this, but you know, he highlighted the following: VUSD is one key infrastructure level tool for DeFi and Web3. I can't wait to see VUSD going to be used in the applications on VeChain Thor. So talking about this, and he did like a full Twitter thread here talking about Web3 and you know what he thinks about it, and he's bullish on it and so forth. So I'm not going to go through everything here, but nevertheless, they are looking forward to Web3 and building out solutions for different folks to use this. And VeChain, if you don't know what VeChain is, I absolutely believe it is going to be one of the winners coming out of this crypto industry, guys, because it has a massive real world use case, and that is supply chain tracking and management and verification of products, guys, globally. And they've been working with BMW, Walmart China, different wine companies, and so forth. And that is why I decided to invest in the VeChain token. Obviously, this is not financial or investment advice. I'm not telling you to. I'm just giving you my opinion and why I think it will do well. So very bullish news if you hold VeChain, and I do. And I also earned a VThor respective coins as well by holding VeChain. So it's not like it's just sitting there, you're earning off of your VeChain. It's kind of like staking, but you don't actually have to stake. So very bullish on VeChain, guys. All right, let's move ahead. Kevin O'Leary, Mr. Wonderful himself. We've been talking about him lately and how he's done a complete 180 with crypto, and now he's like all in. He announced that his portfolio percentage, which contains crypto, has increased to 20%. And he's, of course, an investor in FTX Exchange. He's a spokesperson for FTX Exchange. Well, here's an article on this, on what he's doing. Kevin O'Leary-backed DeFi platform called WonderFi to purchase Bitbuy for $162 million in cash and shares. The deal gives WonderFi one of Canada's fastest growing crypto platforms, adding 357,000 registered users. I've talked about the M&As, the mergers and acquisitions happening in this market, guys. That is healthy. We're seeing some of these big whale companies buying up the smaller technology companies to build out their arsenal, to build out their services. That is smart, right? Everybody's trying to grab as much as they can. This is a land grab, and really set themselves up for what I believe, once again, is the upcoming blow off top, where you have media frenzy, it's mania phase, and then for future bull markets as well. So sometimes you got to step away from the prices and just look at it from a business standpoint. What are these companies? What is the institutional smart money doing? And we are seeing heavy investments, guys. I mean, it's just crazy. Look how much they paid for this. It's $162 million. Remember, they're not just throwing cash out here to lose it. They want to acquire, and these companies get the market share so they can win as many users and make a profit, right? That is the goal. And many of these companies are going to IPO. So remember, they're not doing this for fun and just to throw money at the wall. They're trying to make money. So DeFi platform WonderFi Technologies Incorporated agreed to buy Canadian crypto exchange Bitbuy for 206 million Canadian dollars, which is $161.8 million in cash and shares, bringing the ability to purchase crypto and access to DeFi under one roof. WonderFi will pay with 70 million new shares and $39 million in cash, the company said in a statement Tuesday. The deal gives WonderFi one of Canada's fastest growing crypto platforms, adding 375,000 registered users. The combination would allow it to provide retail investors with an integrated system for buying and investing in crypto as it seeks to become an end-to-end consumer platform. Very bullish news, in my opinion. And once again, look who's connected to it, right? Kevin O'Leary and we're seeing globally these mergers, these acquisitions, these expansions, and a lot of money being put into this. And obviously the marketing on top of that. We've talked about crypto.com, FTX. These guys are spending a lot of money. And trust me when I tell you, they're looking to make a return, and they have a long-term outlook. So they're not just looking at this, bull run peak, but future bull runs, and they're trying to build their brands. Now, this is some interesting news. CoinDesk joins court case seeking access to NYAG Tether documents. So the New York Attorney General. So obviously the New York Attorney General sued Tether, claiming potentially not backed their reserves and so forth. They paid a fine. And, this Tether thing continues to hang around, even though, a lot of it has been put to bed, a lot of the FUD. But, sometimes where there's smoke, there's fire. So I do think, and I've said it before, at certain times, I do believe Tether did not have the reserves. When they have to go in and say, hey, here's our books and everything, when it's kind of like an annual check-in, I think that from whatever reason or however they have the funds and they're able to show it. But CoinDesk is getting involved in this. So Tether wants the state Supreme Court to stop the Attorney General's office from sharing documents requested by CoinDesk. CoinDesk is now a party to the proceedings. So I'm not sure what CoinDesk is trying to do here, if it's legit journalism that they're trying to get access, which would be great. I'm not against that. Or hear me out. I know CoinDesk is owned by Digital Currency Group, which is, Barry Silbert, and they own, obviously, Grayscale and Foundry and so forth. Could this be a way of them trying to hurt Tether in a way to maybe do their own thing? Maybe. I'm just speculating. I could be completely off base here, or maybe CoinDesk is just legitimately trying to do real journalism here and get to the bottom of this. We shall see. But let me give you the details. CoinDesk has joined a legal proceeding between the New York Attorney General's office and Tether and its parent company as part of the news organization's effort to shed light on the reserves backing $78.4 billion of stablecoins. Tether, together with iFinex, which owns Tether and cryptocurrency exchange Bitfinex, petitioned the New York State Supreme Court in August to block the NYAG from providing CoinDesk with documents detailing the reserves. CoinDesk is now a party to the case because it has a stake in the outcome, and the publication is arguing that the investing public does too. Now, I want to make sure you guys understand where I stand. Absolutely. Tether should make sure they're transparent, they have the full backing, and that they're being transparent. That they should release reports, I think, to the public. Do they have to do it every day? No, maybe it's quarterly. I think quarterly should be sufficient. But let's hope there's nothing else going on here. And it's like I said, I give CoinDesk and the guys at Digital Currency Group the benefit of the doubt. I think maybe they are really trying to do a good thing here. But I'm always, when I look at these things, I'm like, what's the angle here, right? Because of who CoinDesk is not an independent organization. It's owned by Digital Currency Group. So that's why I'm thinking in the back of my mind that something else may be happening here. But here, neither Tether nor the NYAG objected to CoinDesk intervening in the case, according to a December filing signed by lawyers for all three parties. An order permitting the intervention signed by Judge Lawrence L. Love was posted 2 days later. In June 2020, CoinDesk filed a Freedom of Information Law request with NYAG asking for documents obtained during the office's investigation of Tether and Bitfinex, which the companies had settled earlier that year for $18.5 million. So let's see how this unfolds, guys. This is interesting. I did not see this coming. And like I said, let's see what happens. Hopefully nothing bad comes out of this. All right, moving ahead, bullish news out of India. Now, before I talk about India, they've been bipolar when it comes to crypto regulations. 1 month they're for it, next month they're banning it. It's been crazy for like 3 to 4 years, right? I think those of you who've been around know about this. But this here is interesting, and there's an ad trying to play right now. My God, this site has a lot of ads. But India gets its first crypto index to track performance of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Shiba Inu, and other top coins. So this is a move in growth and acceptance and a capitulation direction. So Mumbai-based financial content provider Ticker Plant's cryptocurrency app CryptoWire was launched. Oh my gosh, these ads. Let me block it. Sorry, guys. Goodness, this site has too many ads. So they have launched India's first index of global cryptocurrencies called IC15. The company said said it is a rule-based broad market index by market capitalization, tracking the performance of the top 15 widely liquid cryptocurrencies that are listed on various crypto exchanges around the world. And it includes Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, Chainlink, Polkadot, Cardano, Litecoin, Avalanche, Binance Coin, Solana, XRP, Shiba Inu, Terra, Uniswap, and Dogecoin. So a move in the right direction here, guys, and a sign of what's to come. These different countries and kind of outdated governments, not to say India is outdated, but just the way of thinking, some of these governments, right? They fight so hard, but I guess, it goes back to that famous quote: first they laugh at you, and then they fight you, and blah, 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 and then you win, yada, yada, right? So they fought really hard here, but we're seeing capitulation, guys. And it just makes me think of JP Morgan, one of the biggest critics of Jamie Dimon, and now JP Morgan has a Bitcoin wealth fund, and they provide banking services to crypto exchanges, and their analysts are putting out reports on crypto. So they've tried to fight this as much as possible, but it is a losing battle. You cannot stop innovation and disruptive technology. All right, look at this. Bitcoin mining manufacturer Canaan expands footprint in Kazakhstan. China's crackdown on crypto mining has allowed Kazakhstan to quickly fill the void by offering cheap fuel and a welcoming business environment. Smart move by Kazakhstan. And we talked about this after China banned Bitcoin mining. A lot of the miners came to the United States, to Kazakhstan, they went to other parts of the world. And the countries that are going to allow this to happen are going to prosper because they're going to get the jobs, not to mention Bitcoin that is mined, within their economy and so forth. As the value raises, it goes higher, and then more people are investing, it will be beneficial to them. So I like this, and congrats Kazakhstan on making a smart move here. And Bitcoin mining is not going anywhere, guys. And I know there's a lot of people who spread FUD, a lot of tribalists, maximalists in the crypto market. But if you look at the facts, you'll see Bitcoin is getting adopted by institutional investors, corporates. Huge investments in Bitcoin mining is taking place. The United States is allowing Bitcoin mining. Bitcoin mining firms are going public. I've interviewed the largest in North America, which is Riot Blockchain and Whinstone. I've also interviewed Marathon Digital Holdings. Both companies are public. So make sure you study the facts, guys, and don't listen to FUD, because there's many, Bitcoin's going to die. You see, they're going to do this. And, sometimes people forget things, significant that have happened in the crypto market, which were green lights. Like, for example, Chairman of the Fed, Jerome Powell, he said there's no plan to ban Bitcoin or crypto. And once again, these mining companies are going public. So listen to the facts, verify everything I say, leave your emotions at the door, and just look at the facts. That's what's important. All right, Finance Feeds, they put out a couple articles here on the SEC Ripple lawsuit, touching on a few things. So first, XRP volumes above $1 billion as SEC Ripple lawsuit closer to an end. 2022 will see the SEC versus Ripple reach a conclusion, whether through settlement or via court ruling. So they're talking about, the potential close of this lawsuit in 2022. And it's pretty much based on what Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse had said in December. Here's a quote: "Of all the shitty things in 2022, this was certainly one to cap the year, rolling on. Well, it looks like they copied the entire tweet, and there was a rolling on the floor laughing emoji. But he said, what I said then remains painfully true today. This is an attack on crypto in the US, not just Ripple." So talking about the SEC and Gary Gensler they're looking to do regulation by enforcement. But Brad Garlinghouse also said, he expects this thing to wrap up this year in 2022. And some other interesting news that is closely tied, but not super relevant. SEC Gary Gensler appoints lead counsel of XRP lawsuit as enforcement counsel. So this is interesting. Jorge Tinero is notably the man in charge of the SEC litigation against Ripple, and co-defendants Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larson. And he looks like he's getting some sort of promotion or something here. He was promoted to enforcement counsel, a role in which he will advise Chair Gensler on matters involving the Division of Enforcement, quite a prominent one as the SEC continues its regulation by enforcement practice. We need the SEC to be stopped here, Gary Gensler to be stopped, and I'm hoping Congress can do the right thing this year and get the SEC in their place, because Gensler wants more power. He doesn't want to give clear rules. He wants to do regulation by enforcement, as we've seen with the Ripple lawsuit, even against what they're doing with Terra Luna. So, we'll have to wait and see. And I do believe Ripple will win this lawsuit. I do believe they'll have to pay a fine, and I do believe XRP will be relisted. Hopefully it happens at the time the market is peaking and going higher, as we head towards that blow up top. All right, guys, what do you think about this news, especially around Cardano and Vechain? Very bullish. I hold both tokens. I'm sure many of you do as well. Let me know what you think. Leave your thoughts and comments below, and I'll talk to you all later.